Hi everyone, it's Mel. I have another card to share with you. This time it's slightly different from my usual style. I've been inspired to make this card by Miranda, who is Miss Liberty 25 on YouTube. And I saw one of her Christmas cards where she'd ripped the paper and then put something underneath. So the papers I've used and the style I've used are very different from Miranda's, but I've got this technique, and obviously Miranda's famous for using the gesso on around the edge of her paper and on her flowers. So my card base is craft cardstock scored in half, and then I went round the edges with gesso, and then for the paper I chose a sheet from this pad here, Lost and Found Madison Square, and I needed it to be double-sided. So I chose the music sheet, and then I distressed it with my distress tool, and I went round the edges with vintage photo distress ink, and then I ripped it, up the middle here, and then stapled the paper back, and then underneath I took a piece of corrugated card which I initially painted with gesso, and then I just went over the top of it with vintage photo. Tucked underneath here we have one of these note cards, and then what I did was I just cut it in half, so that's the other half that I haven't used, and that particular one is from the Nature's Garden collection by Prima. And then underneath that I tucked in some pieces of lace, odd pieces of lace to look like leaves. And then I've made my own flower. I've used burlap, and I've used the Tim Holtz Tattered Florals die, and it has actually frayed quite a bit, which was fine because that was the look I was going for. But I sprayed it with hairspray just to try and give it a bit of stiffness, and then I painted it all with gesso, just so it tied in with the rest of my card. And then in the middle I've got a buckle slider and a flat back pearl, and I think the pearl came from Wild Orchid Crafts and the buckle slider came from Sar Crafters, I believe. Up here we've got a butterfly that came from one of the older Bo Bunny collection sticker sets, and down here we've got a Tim Holtz Dream Adage ticket which I've put vintage photo, curled the edges, and then put that on 3D foam dots, and then just here I've tucked in a charm, a crown. So there it is, my card. I'm not really sure what style to call it, but in any case I really like it, and I hope you do too. Please leave me a comment, and thank you for watching.